As the number of new digital assets keep growing, investors are continually looking for promising cryptocurrencies to invest in. Everything about the Cardano blockchain allows all of its investors to claim native tokens from the most varied projects. And this is just simply cool. Crypto airdrops pave the way for new projects to gain exposure to the masses, and from the opinions of investors, free tokens. With Cardano ADA, if you miss the airdrops, essentially you miss out on the fireworks. While Cardano has been around since 2017, it wasn't until last September that an upgrade enabled smart contracts on the platform. And the smart contracts are at the root of what we have seen in crypto over the past few years, from decentralized applications to decentralized finance. So let's take a bit of a deeper dive. Smart contracts have allowed projects to build tokens on the platform. Ethereum is a prominent example. Hundreds of thousands of tokens, most using the ERC20 standard, now live on the Ethereum blockchain. With smart contracts on Cardano, we are now seeing a replication of what is being done in Ethereum, and even in a better way. The airdrops are mainly coming from the explosion of new Cardano-based projects. Building smart contracts were more like a basic step, which welcomed greater projects on Cardano. Just in case you don't know, airdrops are a method of getting cryptocurrency for free if you meet some sort of criteria. They are ways of getting the tokens of new projects into the hands of many users as possible. So we can essentially call it a tool to accelerate adoption. But I guess you might have a question. Where and how are we going to get these Cardano airdrops? Well, let's figure that out together. However, just keep in mind that the Cardano's ecosystem is still considered an infant compared to Ethereum's. As an investor, you can collect a ton of Cardano-based tokens right now, but for the time being, they have very little value and are almost impossible to trade for other cryptocurrencies. Plus, every time you make a withdrawal, it will cost you a couple ADA. Of course, there are no guarantees in crypto, but Cardano is a prime candidate to evolve as an Ethereum rival. It is still an Ethereum killer after all, although it doesn't really need that title to succeed. Let's simplify it to just this. Cardano just needs to get a slice of the smart contract economy that Ethereum has pioneered. Right now, we are witnessing the birth of many new Cardano-based projects. Do you get the gist? Definitely many will fail, but at least a few should survive and thrive. What you need to do is to scoop up as many of these airdrops as you can and then sit back and wait. Even if one or two ends up being valuable, you will still be a step ahead. Everyone loves freebies, and when these freebies are crypto tokens, I'd say that that's incredibly nice. Crypto airdrops have peculiar benefits, but they also have some serious pitfalls. Companies distribute their tokens as airdrops to increase engagement with their new project and gain popularity. The requirements for becoming eligible to receive airdrops are determined by the company that of course launches the token. Some notable examples of these requirements are many users may need to share a company post on social media, test a beta version of the platform, subscribe to a newsletter, or simply like and comment on a company post. It is worth noting that the airdrops, just like any other crypto, are not possible without blockchain technology. This implies that tokens first need to be minted with the help of their newly created blockchain platforms. Then startups will be able to send those airdrops to users' crypto wallets where users can claim them. Cardano is a massive ecosystem with a large number of actively developed projects, and some of them are important for its success. There are thousands of projects, and inevitably missing some of them is definitely easy, especially for community members who aren't following the accounts of the smaller projects. Since the Luna catastrophe, the JED algorithmic stablecoin has been one of the most widely discussed projects on Cardano. Users are divided into two camps, ones who believe that the algorithmic stablecoin backing is doomed to fail, and those who believe that Cardano will handle the pressure that UST could not. In a most recent post, JED developers shared a screenshot of JED Pay, which is a payment solution that will be available after the launch of the stablecoin in January of 2023. Also, decentralized passive investment solutions are practically the backbone of the DeFi industry, which is expected to become the main growth fuel for Cardano in the future. This turns out to be the main emphasis of the launch of the Optimum Finance decentralized yield products, which included liquidity bonds. Plus, the launch of the first EUTXO-based decentralized exchange would be a huge milestone for Cardano to reach, and the community's enthusiasm confirms it. According to the official announcement, only 27% is left until the launch of Spectrum on the Cardano mainnet. Before the release on the mainnet, the SPF token will be launched by Spectrum. At the same time, users are anticipating the launch of the yield farming on Ergo. Spectrum's colleagues at Optimum Finance have previously described that the importance of the DeFi industry development and their products are highly dependent on the number of active projects on the network and will be a flop without the active development of projects like Spectrum Labs. In a recent tweet, Ledger support announced that the long-expected Cardano Babbage version 5.0.0 app can now be accessed on Ledger Live. This new update permits users to create smart contracts using the Vassal upgraded Plutus script. The tweet read, Cardano app version 5.0.0 Babbage is now available to download in Ledger Live. This experimental app can be installed alongside the regular V4 app to make Plutus smart contract transactions. While among its new feat, Ledger also hinted at more similar developments in the future. In response to a query on the launch of the XZT NFTs on Ledger, the firm's support page announced that it was looking into adding NFT support for more blockchains in the future. Ledger further stated that even though there are no estimated time arrival for the project at the moment, more information will be shared with the community soon. Aptly named after the father of computers, Charles Babbage, Cardano's Babbage is meant to smoothen out any wrinkles left behind from its previous release of Alonzo. Cardano is one of the most active smart contracting platforms and is still under development with new features being introduced as the blockchain evolves. Earlier in October, the latest version of the Daedalus wallet rolled out with an improved Ledger JavaScript, offering support for the Babbage app. With this, users of the Cardano full node desktop-only app will be able to access the Cardano Babbage version 5.0.0 to create smart contracts using the latest Plutus scripts from the Vassal upgrade. It is also worth mentioning that the community received the latest wallet with mixed responses. While some have welcomed the hardware wallet integration features, others have highlighted that it is still yet to fix certain bugs associated with the wallet. Notably, 2 months ago, the Cardano creator, Charles Hoskinson, suggested in a YouTube video that the network may, in the future, do away with official wallets. According to him, the network will likely move to a phase where standards are created so there can be certified wallets versus non-certified ones. As expected, Ledger's latest announcement was gladly received by the crypto community on Twitter, and there was a slew of positive responses and queries to the Ledger support's latest tweet. A user noted that it has been using the apps for weeks on his Ledger Nano X, claiming that it worked perfectly. In the same way, the CTO at Input Output Global used the opportunity to swipe at claims from FTX's Sam Bankman-Fried, describing Cardano as a new blockchain. In addition to the update, Cardano also put out the procedure for accessing the app. However, despite these amazing opportunities, which are considered freebies on the Cardano network, users are not happy. For some days now, Elon Musk has been actively teasing a massive ban wave that will remove a major portion of bots and zombie accounts from the platform. This move has raised, of course, a lot of questions. Musk's intentions to end the reign of bots and scammers on Twitter might become a long-term battle rather than a one ban wave that will purify the space. Networks like Cardano are now seeing a surge in scammer and illicit activity as the ecosystem growth is rising consistently. Recently, there was an announcement about the launch of the Midnight Cardano sidechain, but it was not what users thought. The Cardano community members found out that the announcement was from a scammer who used a popular handle to attract users and make them send their assets to various addresses in exchange for rewards. These are pitfalls that tend to discourage users and investors. However, Cardano's successes should make up from its devastating losses. Now the moment has arrived for the third-generation blockchains, such as Cardano, to provide solutions to scalability and interoperability issues, as well as open up new opportunities for the blockchain's mass adoptions. So you should definitely keep your eyes peeled and stay tuned. But of course, what are your thoughts on this? Let's have them in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video, but before then, check out other videos to find out how Cardano is living up to the dream of being the Ethereum killer. And as always, make sure you click on the subscribe and notification buttons.